We're in this last week of Ordinary Time, and coming up to Thanksgiving, we do have some saints to talk about. And today we have the Vietnamese martyrs. But before I do that, talk a little bit about the schedule coming up. That we do have confessions this evening, starting at 5:30 p.m. at St. John's and going to 6:15, and then Mass is at 6:30. And then the Rosary follows Mass. So that's what's going on this evening. And then tomorrow, on Wednesday, there are confessions starting at 7 a.m. here at St. John's, going to 7:45. Mass is at 8. And then we have adoration going throughout the day. So if you're on your way to the grocery store to pick up those last-minute items, maybe stop in on your way to spend a few moments in prayer before our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament, and then we'll close at 7 p.m. So benediction is about 10 minutes before that. Then I will live stream benediction, as has been normal. So that's tomorrow. And then I do plan right now on live streaming the Mass on Thanksgiving Day on Thursday morning. It's at 9 a.m. And so the plan right now, at least, is to have a live stream of that Mass coming up too. And then on Friday, we just have Mass at 8 a.m. And then going into the weekend, the first Sunday of Advent. But I'll talk about that later in the week. Kind of as a scheduling thing too, I don't plan on doing any kind of update on Thursday. I'll do one tomorrow and probably do one on Friday. But the plan right now is not to do one on Thursday, on Thanksgiving Day. So I hope everybody is getting all their plans together with that, even now during our COVID time. It's another holiday. I know Easter, we didn't have a chance. Easter, where everything was kind of still locked down and everything. So this is slightly different. But hopefully everybody is staying safe and plans on staying safe for the Thanksgiving holiday. Today we celebrate, as I said, the Vietnamese martyrs. These are 117 martyrs of Vietnam who lost their lives in various persecutions from 1740 to 1883. So this goes back a while, and it covers quite a stretch of time too. But during that, it does sound as though the first time that kind of missionaries got to Vietnam was the beginning of the 16th century. And so included with these 117 martyrs, besides the priest, St. Andrew Dung-Lac, there were 96 native Vietnamese and 21 Spanish and French missionaries who suffered very brutal tortures and death to be named among the martyrs. So it was a difficult time for the church, but as we always say, the seed of the church is the blood of the martyrs, and Vietnam is a good example of that. So especially under the Emperor Minh Mang, and I apologize to anyone who speaks Vietnamese. I'm probably going to butcher most of these names, not purposely, but just because that's not a language that I'm familiar with. So I'll do my best, but it sounds like that during the reign of Emperor Minh Mang, which was in 1820 to 1840, many Christians received the martyr's crown. These included bishops, priests, men religious and women religious, and members of the laity. And the tortures and the prison camps and everything like that were very brutal. One of the saints in this group of 117 was the priest St. Paul Le Bao Ting. And so we have some information from him where he talks about the conditions of being in the prison. He says the prison here is this is a letter that he wrote to students at the seminary in 1843. And so he says, the prison here is a true image of everlasting hell. To cruel tortures of every kind, shackles, iron chains, manacles are added, hatred, vengeance, calumnies, obscene speech, quarrels, evil acts, swearing, curses, as well as anguish and grief. But the God who once freed the 3 children from the fiery furnace is with me always. He has delivered me from these tribulations and made them sweet, for his mercy is forever. And so he says, in the midst of these torments, which usually terrify others, I am, by the grace of God, full of joy and gladness, because I am not alone. Christ is with me. So that's a pretty amazing testimony to the power of faith in the face of very difficult tortures and imprisonment. And so we'll ask the Vietnamese martyrs to intercede for us this day through whatever trials and tribulations that we will have to persevere through. And so we'll ask for their intercessions, and we'll continue to look out and pray for one another. And I pray that God will bless you abundantly this day. Have a great day.